I think there is a chance we may have a deal today or tomorrow to open the strait and move towards a more normalized position in this conflict.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent striking a hopeful tone Tuesday about the state of negotiations between Washington and Tehran to open the critical Strait of Hormuz, which sees a fifth of global oil transport. According to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, some commercial vessels have been able to make it through the strait as discussions between Iran and Oman on establishing a temporary safe passageway near completion.
I think that there's a conversation and negotiation that we are involved in between Oman and Iran on how more ships can be able to go through there safely in the short term as we move towards these longer term talks about denuclearization.
Regional officials have told the Associated Press under Tehran's agreement with Muscat, vessels would be charged a toll to enter the Persian Gulf through a route controlled by Iran and exit via an Omani-controlled route. U.S. President Donald Trump has been adamant that ships must be able to pass through the strait free of charge. But those plans could change if a deal is reached, which includes the U.S. ending its naval blockade of Iranian ports, a key sticking point for Tehran. Trump recently claimed to be in ongoing talks with the promise of a deal coming soon, something Iran has denied. He's now said this is Iran's last chance to make a good deal with the U.S. after canceling a planned massive attack on the Islamic Republic he says would have been worse than any attack carried out during World War II.
They do not want to be hit. This was the biggest hit since World War II, as I said. They did not, and they saw it happening. They saw all the goods being loaded. They saw everything. They knew exactly what was happening. And I think it'd be very smart to make a deal. We'll see what happens.
But Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, says his country's priorities are securing their own borders.
Conflict, whether within a neighborhood, a city, a country, or between nations, is like a disease. We defend our own boundaries, but we are not seeking to expand the war or prolong the fighting. Instead, we must build a strong and resilient society, one in which no enemy dares to threaten it, divided or destroy its social fabric.
U.S. officials say a deal with Iran could come as soon as Wednesday. But if those talks break down, it's unclear whether or not Washington will resume its military campaign against Iran amid reports that the U.S. has used up 80% of its missile defense interceptors in the war. Candice Cole, TRT World, Washington.